Hello, my loves. Welcome once again. Today I'm bringing the weekly predictions, and I need to say something right at the beginning. This is not an ordinary week. There is a very powerful movement happening in the sky, and especially in the collective energies involving money, economy, intelligence, negotiations, and even discoveries that may surprise many people. The week from May 11th to May 17th begins with a quieter energy. Monday arrives carrying a vibration of containment, organization, and emotional slowdown. It feels as if the entire world starts the week trying to put certain situations back into order. And one thing that strongly caught my attention energetically was the area of collective health. I can feel a decrease in fear surrounding certain issues involving viruses, contamination, and recent sanitary concerns, especially situations connected to closed environments, maritime travel, and events that had been creating international worry. Monday carries an energy of containment. It is as if something that threatened to grow begins to lose strength. I also feel a more practical atmosphere beginning this week. People will be less dreamy and more objective, less emotionally distracted and more focused on solving concrete issues in life. That makes Monday a relatively stable day, without major explosions, without major surprises. But at the same time, it is an important day for reorganizing paths. When Tuesday arrives, the energy changes completely. The vibration becomes more active, more restless, and filled with a stronger need for action. However, there is a very important detail. This is still an energy of containment. So this is not the best week to impulsively begin things expecting immediate growth. Quite the opposite. This is an excellent week for cutting excess, reducing expenses, slowing behaviors, ending cycles, reorganizing life, containing problems. While I was observing these energies, I could clearly feel people trying to regain control over areas of life that had become disorganized. I also see governments and institutions trying to contain situations before they grow too large. And once again, this appears strongly connected to health concerns, contamination, and sanitary issues. Wednesday continues carrying almost the exact same vibration as Tuesday. It is a very strong energy of slowing down, reduction, containment, stabilization. And I need to warn you, because this starts strongly impacting the financial area from Thursday onward. When I observed the energetic movement of Thursday and Friday, I clearly felt strong financial instability happening around the world. It does not appear exactly like collapse, but it does appear as fluctuation, tension, and economic uncertainty. It feels as if important figures begin making declarations capable of directly affecting banks, financial markets, stock exchanges, trade agreements, taxes, agricultural production, the global economy. And this may generate rapid reactions in financial markets. Thursday carries an extremely intelligent energy. Very good for solving difficult problems, negotiations, finding solutions, creating strategies, planning. But at the same time, it is not the best energy for spending large amounts of money. That appeared very strongly to me. So I would say avoid major purchases before May 16th, because there is a very strong vibration of financial oscillation. It feels as if certain economic announcements are still about to emerge and could alter prices, conditions, or opportunities. While I was observing this energy, I could clearly feel important people discussing new economic plans, new financial measures, and strategic decisions behind the scenes. And this may directly impact investments, currencies, international markets, food production, exports, imports. Thursday also strongly favors negotiations. So talking, opening deals, discussing contracts, and creating opportunities can be very positive. It simply is not the ideal moment for finalizing major financial commitments. When we arrive at Saturday, the energy changes completely. And here we experience a very important turning point. Because Saturday opens an entirely new phase from the financial and economic perspective. Spirituality clearly shows me an opening of new paths connected to money, investments, markets, opportunities, negotiations, material growth. It feels as if a new economic current begins circulating throughout the world. And this may arrive through new economic agreements, important announcements, financial measures, banking changes, tax modifications, new commercial strategies, agricultural and food market movements. While I was observing this energy, I could clearly feel the world entering a new economic cycle. This does not mean perfection, but it does mean movement, transformation, new horizons. It is also an excellent energy for investments, important purchases, financial planning, material organization, new businesses. So everything that felt unstable during Thursday and Friday begins opening new possibilities after Saturday. And I need to say something very important. This entire week revolves around the energy of money. People will be thinking more about financial security, economic growth, new sources of income, financial stability, investments, assets. And this appears both individually and collectively. At the same time, I also sense major negotiations silently happening between governments and financial institutions. Many things will only be publicly announced later, but behind the scenes, intense movement is already happening. Now I need to speak about the most impressive part of this week, because when Sunday arrives, the energy changes in an extremely intense intellectual way. I clearly felt a massive opening connected to creativity, intelligence, inventions, technology, innovation, communication, revolutionary ideas. It feels as if something awakens collectively within human minds. And this does not appear small. Spirituality clearly shows great ideas emerging, new technologies, important discoveries, extremely powerful movements involving human intelligence. While I was observing this energy, I could feel people having ideas completely outside the ordinary, ideas that initially seem crazy, but later may become revolutionary. So I strongly recommend write your ideas down, everything. Even the ideas that seem strange, because there is an extremely powerful vibration of genius beginning to circulate. I also see tremendous growth in negotiations, sales, commerce, communication, marketing, internet. Technology, this opens an extremely positive period, especially for people working with sales, business, content creation, communication, digital commerce, technology, creativity. But there is another even stronger energy appearing here, a cosmic energy. When I deeply observed Sunday and the days that follow, I felt a very unusual opening connected to the unknown. And I know this may frighten some people, but the energy is very clear. Signals, debates, and movements connected to life beyond Earth increase strongly. I see sightings, aerial phenomena, unusual signals, news about space, discussions about extraterrestrial intelligence, unusual technological activity. And this intensifies greatly between May 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. While I was observing this energy, I could clearly feel a collective increase in curiosity surrounding the universe, extraterrestrial life, cosmic intelligence, unidentified signals, advanced technologies. I also perceive very strong developments involving technology and communication, as if new companies, projects, or inventions begin emerging carrying a sense of revolution. This is an extremely disruptive energy, and it will mark not only this week, but the coming months as well. Spirituality clearly shows the world enters a phase where intelligence, technology, and creativity accelerate in an impressive way. At the same time, financially, the world also begins passing through important restructuring. So this is a week that mixes money, innovation, intelligence, economy, discoveries, creativity, technology, global movements. And I finish this reading by saying, pay close attention to the ideas that arise in your mind during this upcoming week, because some of these ideas may completely change future paths. If you want me to bring deeper predictions about the global economy, technological discoveries, or phenomena connected to space and extraterrestrial life, comment below.